you. Hey, you might have to use your laptop, bro. All right.
Good afternoon. How y'all doing out there today? High off the glass here, July 7th, 2024. We got our special guest today. We trying to make sure we got our technical difficulties knocked out. We got the guys from Club 314 STL here on Instagram. And we're going to be doing a special mashup show today, if we can a little bit, if we may. I got Jacob right now. We waiting on Larry to get on. Good afternoon, sir.
What's up with you, bro?
I'm all right. How you feeling this afternoon?
Yes. Oh man, I'm excited about this, man. Y'all got the whole setup. Y'all really doing the thing. Y'all make us look like we just amateurs out here.
I was really intrigued because as you know, I came across y'all one day. I was just perusing through, and I saw y'all set up and what y'all was talking to. Y'all was talking about something really interesting, and I made a comment on it. It was about it was something about LeBron, I believe, or something like that. But I was really intrigued by y'all setup and the fact that you guys talk about a lot of different subjects, subjects, and some of them that we don't cover here on High Off the Glass. Some of them we do. But as a matter of fact, I'm assuming that's if somebody wants to join in, I'm about to bring in Larry.
Always late.
Did I hit the right button? We gonna let him take it over.
I got you. Here we go. Bam. There we go. You're good.
Man, you didn't bring the second dude in.
He's coming in. He's gonna talk to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a little nervous. It's all good though. First thing that I'm gonna get into today though. Tell us a little bit about y'all background and about y'all show.
All right, so we was both born and raised in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? North side St. Louis for the most part. I bounced around, moved to the south side. I kind of lived all over St. Louis. And I ended up joining the military, getting out of St. Louis. So right now I'm in San Diego. Me and Larry, we like super tight. So we was just thinking about something that we can do, you know what I'm saying, that can keep us conversating and stuff like that. And he came up with the idea to do a sports podcast. So we go ahead, we started setting up doing that. But what we wanted to do, we didn't want to just be stuck on one particular subject. So we want to do basketball, football, baseball. We even just did our first WWE podcast. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna try to talk about everything. It's been cool so far, especially just starting out. You know what I'm saying? So
that's good. That's cool. Larry, you got any thoughts on that?
Hey, I see me. Everything good? Okay, I see it. Okay. Trying to get. No, I basically because I was gonna start my own podcast a while ago, but I was like, since me and him basically always think the same about the same thing, let's just do it together.
Okay.
And then that's how that started. And then we just been rocking since then.
How long y'all been up and running?
Maybe like a month. Maybe probably not even 2. Maybe like a month and a half, something like that.
Yeah, month and a half at most.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's cool. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I wanted to ask y'all a question because I saw some of that episode about the WWE. I was really intrigued. I'm an old school wrestling fan.
Let's go.
Straight, super old school though. Straight from the WCW days and like that, way back to the 70s. What would you say?
Yeah.
Who would you say would be your favorite wrestler right now, or just all time?
You mean favorite or we?
Favorite wrestler?
Man,
either one.
That's hard because if you say my favorite WCW wrestler would be Goldberg. But my favorite WWF wrestler would be Stone Cold.
That's the same wrestler, man.
No, it's not.
It's a little. I know what you're saying. A little bit. A
They,
little bit though.
they got similar looks. For me, when I was in WCW, I was big on like the Wolf Pack. You know what I'm saying? I love the Wolf Pack,
Boy, you.
but I used to rock with the five-time WCW champion sucker. You know what I'm saying? I was big with Booker T in there.
Hulk Hogan be coming for you, Nick. You ever
Hey,
heard
that's
that?
hey, that's one of the greatest promos ever, man. Seeing his face turn like that. But on the WWF side, man, it was I'm gonna have to go with The Rock, man. At this point in time, The Rock kind of like took over that spot. When I was a kid, it was probably The Undertaker because you could not tell me The Undertaker wasn't dead. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to argue with people, like this dude really came back from the grave and is doing work.
Wow.
So yeah, right now I would say The Rock, man. I just think he's the most entertaining dude ever.
Well, since I'm slightly older, I actually did get a chance to actually go to wrestling at the Chase one time, and
Yeah, okay.
that's when I found out wrestling was fake too. But I still was a fan because I saw Big John Studd and Hulk Hogan actually talking to each other behind the curtain. I'm like, damn, they supposed to be at war right now. They drinking coffee and having a good time. But
Yeah, they're telling each other what to do.
Hulk Hogan had like 2 bottles of baby oil on. I mean, you smelled him about 50 feet before he even walked past. It was
That's
that
how they
strong.
is.
But it was a cool experience. But we're gonna get into more of this NBA right now. We got a cool little segment that we like to do here called "On This Day in NBA History." Now, some of you, I know it's like y'all thinking like, man, it's summertime. What the hell they went on during NBA history on this day? But three things in particular. On July 7, 1978, the owners of the Buffalo Braves swapped franchises with the owners of the Celtics. And it was John Brown and Harry Manjurian. They swapped with Irv Levin. And the owners of the Buffalo Braves later on moved their team to the San Diego to become the Clippers in like 83. July 7, 2016, KD signed with Golden State. And on July 7th.
Still mad about that. He's still mad about that.
It's a bum move, man.
How?
Man, he was
a free agent.
Girl, no, won't take that's because Draymond and went over there to his house crying, come on, man, if you don't come over here, LeBron gonna beat us and we can't have it. So then they went and got the greatest player basically on the greatest team.
LeBron had just beat them.
They didn't want to lose again. Exactly.
So that don't make it that makes it a great move. They went out and got a free agent, and they became winning a championship team again.
What? That's a hater move.
You got to realize who you talking to.
Are you
right?
a KD? So, you a big KD fan, or you hate KD?
No. He a big LeBron fan. So, and this is what I be trying to tell LeBron James fans is like this, right?
I'm a LeBron fan.
Okay, but he did it to himself, right? When he decided to go to free agency and join up, he made it okay for everybody to do that. So what I used to always say is evolution, right? If I'm Kevin Durant and I think I'm just as good as you, you done went with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, you done created this team that everybody's saying unstoppable, right? I go to free agent. Why wouldn't I join a team like that? And I don't think they went crying to him. I think they did the same thing everybody did. Everybody who had salary cap space tried to sign KD. Everybody did.
It only made sense for him to go there.
It only made sense because KD is more about style of play, right? He wanted to play with a team that can move the ball and play 5-man basketball, and that was that particular team. But the thing he won't tell you is, Lil Larry won't tell you is, even when KD went, ask him who he picked to win.
Who did he pick?
KD always trying to find the best team to go. KD is a ring chaser. That's why he always trying to go form a big three somewhere in Brooklyn or Phoenix or some bullshit like that. KD don't want no team to himself.
It don't matter what profession you in. Everybody want the best job and the easiest job. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, when he went there, I actually remember the day he signed, because my ex stepson at the time, his best friend was Patrick McCaw, and he was over the house. So I'm like, man, you finna win a title. He was sitting on my couch. I'm like, you finna win a title because it was obvious. It's like simple basketball. They didn't have nobody that you could double. So it's like, why wouldn't he go there? That was a great move. They weren't a championship team. They was coming off the greatest record in history, 73-9, but they didn't win the title. So
Mm-hmm.
they was just like every other team in the league. They did not win. They needed help. So they went out and got the best help they could get, Kevin Durant. And they won 2 straight. That's what everybody want to do, win.
Yeah, like me personally, I didn't have a problem with the LeBron James move to Miami. I ain't have a problem with the KD move. Only thing I said is if you make a move like that, you have to cash in.
Yeah.
Failure is not
Right.
an option
Right.
because if you fail, it's gonna hurt your legacy way more.
Yeah.
You have to do something historic,
It
like
proved
if KD didn't get hurt, they would have won three. You know what I'm saying? They'd have won three in a row. If KD would have stayed, who knows how many? But
it proved its greatness by going there, and they already had a system, but the system obviously didn't work on 73-9. And what I tell a lot of people, since they want to talk about the current champions who are the greatest, if you think about Golden State's first title in this dynasty, everybody they played in the playoffs point guard was hurt.
yep,
But
everyone.
but people don't talk about that. They don't talk about Mike Conley being hurt. Somebody else was in the West. I keep forgetting who it was, but it was every
Three got
every
hurt.
team they played, their guard was hurt. So it was like, all right, they won, but damn, everybody was hurt. But it don't take away from their title. Just like this current title with Boston. As great as people want to keep disrespecting us, but the numbers say that we one of the greatest teams ever, point blank. And you may not like it, but I mean, before we go any further though, what's y'all individual squads? Because y'all already know this is a Celtic centered podcast.
Uh, honestly, I don't got like if I would say my favorite team would be Memphis, but my favorite squad is wherever LeBron go.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah, I've been a Bulls fan my whole life. St. Louis didn't have a team. Chicago was the closest squad. So,
Well,
you know what I'm
technically,
saying? I try to stay with the home team as much as possible. If we ain't got one, I either stay with the team that left or whatever team closest to me, that's who I rock with.
technically the Pacers closest, but I ain't gonna
Well,
say
yeah,
it's just a few
I
minutes.
hated Reggie Miller. I hate
That's
Reggie
so.
Miller.
If you was a Bulls fan because of that one dude,
Who, Jordan?
yeah,
Everybody
That one
wanted to
dude,
be
yeah.
like Jordan at one point in time.
not her. No. It's
Come on,
only
well,
been
you a little older,
it's only
but
been the
as a kid,
Celtics. It's only been the Celtics. Actually, I did state, and I'm on film. Y'all could look this up. Before last year
mhm.
started, for the first time in my life, I actually got an official second team, which is the Spurs, because I'm a Wemby fan. So when they get good next year, I don't want nobody saying, "Oh, you on they did good now because they good." No, I picked them when they wasn't shit. I just want everybody to
How
know that.
you become a Celtics fan?
1980.
I said how? Like what was it? Bird?
Because everybody else was. I did like how they played, but most of the people was picking LA. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, I ain't really trying to roll with that. I do like how both play. I did love how both players played. I always say the difference between the impact that Magic and Bird had versus MJ. Magic and Bird. I'm sorry. Okay, let's first go with MJ. He is truly great. Everybody can't do that on the court though. Everybody can't
Mm-hmm.
jump like that or play like that per se. His God given ability is head and shoulders above everybody else. Everybody can pass the ball, which is what Magic and Bird ushered into the game. Everybody can pass. Anybody can pass, and everybody can. It's more. It became more of a team game, and the team,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always been proven through time. The team game is always gonna win. Always.
Always.
It just
Yeah.
that's part of the reason why my boy to usher into another topic. That's part of the reason why our hometown guy gets disrespected so much. Speaking about JT, who the to me the true best player in the game, he gets disrespected
Mhm.
because Jason Tatum is the best player in the game, and it's not close.
And like,
You mean like in
you talking about in
2K?
2K?
Yeah,
Like in 2K?
Jason
Is that what you
Tatum is
talking
the.
about?
Do you remember in 2008 when the Celtics won the title?
Yeah.
Who won MVP that regular season?
Did win
Kevin
MVP.
Garnett won MVP.
Okay.
best player
You talking
supposedly.
about Finals
No, I'm
MVP?
talking about regular season MVP. Kevin Garnett won. Finals was the truth.
I thought Kevin Garnett won his MVP in
Mm-mm.
'04.
No, Kevin Garnett won MVP with Boston in '08 in regular season MVP. Yeah, he did win in '04. I'm tripping. You did. You're right. He
Well,
won.
yeah, he was
I think he
Defensive
won. I
Player of
think
the
he won.
Year in '08.
Who won MVP in '08? Damn. Let me look that up. But the year Kevin Garnett won. Um,
Finals MVP.
Matter of fact, a great example. Two great examples. Charles Barkley, Karl Malone. Both won MVPs back to back. Were they better than Jordan that year?
No.
Jordan was the best player on the best team, but they said since Phoenix had a better record, since Utah had a better record, we're going to give it to the best player on the best team. Same thing they did with Steve Nash. Best player on the best team, supposedly. He wasn't better than Shaq nor Kobe that year. But when Jason Kidd got to New Jersey, take them straight to the finals 2 years in a row, no MVP. You have guys who it's like sometimes it's a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's like that. So it's like when you are given to me, a lot of times people get awards just because they don't want to give it to a certain individual who may be just too dominant. Because you can't say, I mean, even though I'm not the biggest Jordan fan, he probably should have more than 6 MVPs. LeBron should have more than 4 MVPs. Kobe should definitely have more than MVPs than what he got. Shaq should have more. But when you got the media determining, narratives and everything, which leads me back to what I'm saying about Jason. The media is running this narrative about Jason. Jason is the best player on the best team. Has been for at least 4 to 5 years. They don't do nothing but make the finals or conference finals. Went home early twice since he's been in the league. Since he's been in the league, well, outside of his rookie year, second year in the league, he been the man on the squad since the first game of the season. Remember, Gordon Hayward got hurt. He been the
Hmm.
man since the second season in the league. He been the man. They say he don't do shit in the clutch, but he got 50 in Game 7 against Philly. He don't do shit in the clutch, but 40 something at Milwaukee in a closer in a game where if we lose we go home, but he don't do shit in the clutch.
So,
I don't understand what don't make him the best.
so for your MVP point, right? I'm a firm believer. I think the MVP award is overrated, right? Because all the MVP voters have told us, they get voter fatigue. So sometimes they don't vote for a person because they already voted, right? They tell us there's really not a criteria for the MVP award. They say if somebody won it a couple times, in order for them to win it again, they have to be so much better than the next person. So there's so many things that they already disqualify when it comes to MVP awards. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as like Jason Tatum go, you did mention a couple games where he had clutch moments, which is one of the reasons why I'm so frustrated because we see you can do it, but throughout the season he had terrible clutch numbers, right? Not only that, but in the finals, at one point in time, he had the worst field goal percentage in the finals history from a guy of his caliber. Like it wasn't even close, right? I think the next person, I forgot who the next person close to him was, but it was like, it was Patrick Ewing, right?
He was almost averaging a triple double at the same time though.
Yeah. So like, don't get me wrong. I don't think he is a bad player. I think he is legitimately like one of the best players in the league. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
a ball
But
player.
I don't like, and it's crazy because Lil Larry is really out. He kills Jason Tatum, but he's not. How is he better than Joker?
Who?
Like how?
Joker.
Yes, Jokic. Jokic right now is the best thing going in the NBA.
And okay. Well, fill in this blank. I remember that time when the Joker D'd up. Who?
So this is the thing about Joker, right? The thing I like about Joker is, don't get me wrong, he's not a lockdown defender, but he is a very capable defender. Like he can defend his position.
He benefits a lot from people playing him the wrong way.
It ain't his
He,
fault they playing
If
the wrong way.
if you a defense, let's say you a wing defender, you one of the top. Let's say you Herb Jones, somebody like that. You finna just let the Joker bring the ball up 94 feet instead of pressuring him. Guys don't put no kind of pressure on this guy. None. And they just let him do whatever he want to do offensively. Don't get me wrong, he's nice offensively. But when ain't nobody really giving you too much resistance, of course
I don't know
you're gonna look
because
like that.
I would make the argument that Anthony Davis is one of the best defensive players in the league.
Yeah, and he
And
make him look
cooks
like shredded
people.
chicken. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Like
But Anthony Davis don't want to bang. That's the thing. He is a good defensive player, help defensive wise. But if
he just
you're a real
he
big
just
man, he don't
torched the
want it.
defensive player of the year like it was nothing, right? Like and at the same time, well, he got three MVP awards. He control like the thing is he controls the entire game, right? And he's not like a ball stopper where it's just like he dribbles. No, he makes good decisions all the time, and not only his assists, but he knows how to pass the ball to the man to pass it to get the open shot. So even though he don't get the assist, his passes lead to the assist. He can shoot the three. His post game is crazy. His mid range is crazy. Offensively, he doesn't have a flaw. And you know, if they start trying to press him when he bring up the ball, they just give it to Murray. Let Murray bring it up, and then they'll just reset and give it to him in the post, and he gonna cook. And it's like,
But that would make them waste more time offensively. That's my point. Any defensive player, any offensive player, when you just give them room to be comfortable and just set up, yeah, don't get me wrong, he's still gonna do his thing, but you want to make him work to do it, not just get it so easily. I mean, he's getting it to the point where, don't get me wrong, you great, but come on, man, you're not all time great like that to where you just looking like you just super clowning all the time.
he
I
makes
mean, but
everybody.
is that not his fault that they not D'ing him up how they supposed to? Only thing he do is showing up ready to play.
I understand
If you
that.
feel like you don't want to D me up and I'm give you 30, 10, and 10, that's on you.
That's what I'm saying about pressure him bringing the ball up. I'm not finna just
Bad
let you
coaching.
bring the ball up. That's defense wins championships all day long. And if you gonna let somebody that good be that comfortable, that's one thing that I always told my players. That's the thing about all offensive players. They don't want you all up in their space. They don't want that uncomfortability. If they accept it, they gangster like Kobe. Most of them know they're gonna get the ball away. So it's
But
on.
so
Go ahead.
this is the thing, like he don't always bring the ball up. But let's say you do that, right? Let's say he gets the ball and you bring a guard to come pressure him. Now you leave one of your big men who has to.
I ain't bringing no guard. That's what I'm saying. I ain't
Who
bringing
you
no
gonna
guard.
who you gonna bring to pressure him?
I'm gonna bring
Another
I'm
big?
gonna bring a wing. I'm gonna bring somebody that's gonna make him work to bring the ball up. That's all I'm saying. It
Okay.
ain't like he got no
But then when
handle.
you bring that wing up,
If they come
what
in the
is that?
switch,
What is that big? Who that big gonna be covering?
hey, you remember they ain't got no
Now
length like that.
now your defense is already in a mismatch position because now your rim defender has to be out there for to replace that wing. Now you in a bad spot, and that's one of the things that make his skill set so good is because you can't really match up with him, right? He can handle the ball good enough to where a big can't stick with him, and if you bring a wing out there with him, he's going to pass the ball and going to come up court. He's going to go straight to the rim. And your wing is done. Like, he's going to go straight to the rim. His IQ is off the charts. He's not going to be like, he ain't going to come and set up at the top of the key like a lot of players would, and then you pass and now your defense can recover. No, he's going to go straight to the paint. When I see him coming down the middle of the court, whoever you got a wing on him, that wing is finna get cooked in the paint every day, all day. It's just he's a matchup nightmare, man. Like, and you want to talk about clutch, big moments, big shots. Like he does it all. So to me, I think Joker earned the right to be called the best player. But go ahead.
Let me
You be having a lot to say about Jason Tatum.
I'm gonna get him. Okay, he said Jason Tatum was the best player on the best team. Correct.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Like I recall these finals a couple of times. I didn't know he was on the fucking court. Matter of fact, in the whole playoffs,
Whoa.
if they needed a big shot, Jaylen Brown hit it. If they needed some big stops, either Derrick White or Drew Holiday hit it. When his teammates was hitting those big shots, Tatum's in the background like this.
Who was setting them up?
Yay!
Who was setting them up? The man almost averaged 10 assists a game in the finals.
You said who was stepping up?
In one game, he had 12 assists. 9 in the
That's
first
one
half.
game. I'm talking about through the whole playoff.
I'm saying his playoff numbers right here. His playoff numbers was 24, 8, and 5 assists.
What was that field goal percentage?
I don't have his field goal percentage right here, but
I bet you don't.
I do have his offensive rating for the season. He was top 10 offensive rating, top 10 defensive rating.
I said playoffs. I'm talking about the playoffs.
Playoffs, he led the team in scoring, rebound, and assists.
Now, what's the field goal percentage though?
I'm not able to bring that up right here, but we can bring that up though.
And then also, you remember at the end of the Indiana game, if he's the best player, why is Jaylen Brown hitting the big shots? If he's the best player, why is he not making those key stops or involved in key stops?
You talking about that game when he had 36 and 13? That game?
There's only one game I'm talking about through the whole
game we
playoff.
talking about. That's the game we talking about. Game 3 in Indiana when he had 36 and 13. Indiana had just won game 2 in Boston, right?
Right.
So when we go there, we got to. Oh, wait a minute. Was that game 2 that they won, or was that Cleveland that won? I think that was Cleveland that won game 2. That was Cleveland.
I think that was the Indiana series when he hit that shot.
Cleveland won game 2, and then we went to game 3, and that's when Jason had the 36 and 13 on the road, clutch performance. That's all I'm saying. Everybody on the offense gets their shit off what Jason does, point blank. As a matter of fact, I already told Otis. Shout out to Otis Great, by the way. He ain't here today. If anybody want to call in, 515-599-1687, 515-599-1687. But what we saw in the finals, we about to see a lot of that this upcoming year. What I mean is the ball in Jason's hands, in the offense being ran like that. The same thing that they try to slight him in reference to with Luka, because Luka has the ball in his hands all the time. That's why they try to say, oh, he's better than Jason, even though he's a bum completely off defensively. So there's no way he's even in the conversation with Jason. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. These finals just showed you are a defensive liability, point blank.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We attacked you point blank on defense. You don't see nobody going at Jason on defense. Nobody goes at he's not the point side. This dude is straight point side, and they trying to say he on Jason level. How? When your defense is complete garbage, that means that if somebody gonna say that means they trying to say Jason defense is just as bad, if not worse, than Luka's, because his offensive game ain't that much better than Jason's. He got the ball in his hands all the time, so it looked like that. But we saw when you put the ball in Jason's hands, what's gonna happen? Triple doubles.
A lot of turnovers too.
Let me go real quick. I'm still on.
Go ahead.
I remember you said the last 3-4 years when the ball was in Jason Tatum's hands, right?
When it was,
they didn't win no championship.
No, the ball wasn't in his hands.
When the ball really was in Jason Tatum's hands, they didn't really win.
No, the ball
they got
wasn't
the
in his
attention,
hands
but
like
they lost.
that. The ball wasn't in his hands like that. The ball wasn't in his
was
hands
it
like
in?
that. Trust me. We didn't have people playing point guard. We've had point guards in. We've been running point guards in and out since he.
But then you get a real point guard to put the ball in his hands this year, and now y'all win.
Yeah, because like that Golden State series, we can't act like.
Oh, ain't nobody trying to discount that.
Like,
yeah, we had turnovers in that series. We played average. We didn't play bad.
People were literally saying that JT stands for Jason Turnover.
All I got to say is,
but Jaylen Brown was doing it too. It was a team effort, but now he got them from a real point guard this year. I was turning turnovers down.
I was saying it then, and I'm gonna say it now. Is it a better small forward in the game than Jason? Is it a better shooting guard than Jaylen? It wasn't then, and it wasn't, and it ain't now. That's why we finna win 3 straight. 3 straight.
So let me ask you this, because you brought up a point earlier. You brought up a point of when Golden State won that first ring, all their point guards was hurt, right?
Correct.
So in this run for the Celtics, who wasn't hurt?
Oh, don't
And
get
I
me
don't want to
wrong.
make it seem like I'm bashing this because
No, you
me and
you're
Larry had the
100%
conversation,
correct.
and I made the argument that you made, which is I think this Celtics team should be ranked in the all-time greats because they don't have none of their players have a weakness, right? All of them can shoot, all of them got an offensive game, all of them can play defense,
See,
all of them got good basketball IQs. So I always ask, I've been asking Larry for the longest, tell me a weakness that they top five have. They don't have one.
and
But
the reason that
that point that you made about a point like Golden State run, every point guard was hurt. What team did in the East did the Celtics play that wasn't hurt? And I mean hurt bad.
and that's correct. Everybody had an injury, including Boston. Don't forget, we lost 20 points a game. We lost Porzingis.
When did y'all lose
Everybody,
Porzingis?
Porzingis went out in like the second game against Miami.
That was like our third or fourth score.
Yeah,
like
that's
the
not
team
like
that they played
is it a
against,
dub?
they main players
Is
were
it a
hurt.
dub? We lost. We lost one of our top three players. Don't get me wrong. Everybody had injuries. Everybody has to deal with injuries. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disputing that. So that's why it's incumbent upon Boston to come back and win this year, just to prove to all the naysayers.
Yep.
But even though those teams had injuries, you have to look at the fact that you're 15 games better than everybody. The numbers show your top 5 defense, top 5 offense. The numbers show point differential wise, you're one of the top 7 all time. This is one of the greatest teams ever.
I'll say that. I make that argument that they could be. But the kickback that I always get is who did they play in the Eastern Conference on their run? They didn't really play a team that's.
It don't make a difference because you got. See, I'm not one of these people who believe that the West is so much more better than the East, because once you take the elite teams out of each conference, which is the top 3 are the serious title contenders. Once you take out the top 3, 4 through 8 on each conference, it ain't too much difference. It ain't that much difference at all. If you a 6th seed in the West, you're not no more threat of win the title than the 6th seed in the East. Point blank. Who was the 6th seed in the West this year?
Let me see. I have to look that
What
up.
they call you, the Lakers? Hold on.
Minnesota was a 3 seed, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Minnesota in the first round played.
What seed was Denver?
Denver.
I think they were 3.
Denver was 3. Minnesota was 2.
The Western Conference was the Suns.
They played the Suns.
Yeah, the Suns was the 6th seed.
Yeah.
So, but this is the thing, right? So the Suns was the 6th seed in the West. They won 49 games. If they was in the East, that would have put them 4th in the East.
And then the 6th seed in the East was who?
The 6th seed in the East was the Indiana Pacers. But it was only about like a 2-game difference.
But what I'm
so
saying, okay, the Pacers made
like overall, it wasn't that big of a.
That's what I'm
wasn't
saying.
that big.
That's what I mean. It don't be no huge difference in games. You talking about a team that won 49 versus a team that won 47. Them teams ain't no different. Teams that are elite, 54 wins and up. Them the teams that's a threat for the title for real. Nobody. Did you think when the playoffs started, Phoenix was a threat to win the title? Fuck no.
No.
So, but that's the thing though. We would have to keep it real, right? So when the Suns got KD, they skyrocketed to the favorites to win the championship.
Not here. Not with a team with no coach.
My co-host right here, love the Lakers. The Lakers, everybody said the Lakers had a legit shot to win the championship. They said it was all about the matchup. The Mavs, the 5th seed, ended up making it. The Clippers, people said they had a shot as long as Kawhi can stay healthy. The
All
Nuggets,
those ifs.
everybody.
A lot of
What's
ifs.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
So,
saying. They good
that's
teams.
just-
They real good teams, but they needed everything to fall into place, just like Boston had everything fall into place. Even
But
though
I would say this: if everything fell into place perfect, Magic ain't making it. Like Magic was not a threat. The Cavaliers wasn't a threat. The only teams in the East that was legitimately a threat is
Boston.
I mean
Milwaukee.
Celtics. I don't think Celtics had a threat.
Milwaukee was.
Once Giannis got hurt, it was like
Yep. I mean, like before he got hurt,
By the
Milwaukee
way,
was.
by the way, Boston was 25-7 against the West this year. It's just the West is so strong.
Yeah.
Ran through there, ran through them with no problem, no problem at all. I think we lost two to we either lost two to Minnesota or either two to Denver.
So
But
let me ask you a question. I'm interested how you feel about this. Where would you rank this year's Celtics team all time there?
all time as far as all time champions,
As a team, like where would you rank them all time? Or are they one of the 5 greatest teams of all time,
I'm
10 greatest teams of all time, 15?
I'm I'm not one who compare. I can't. You can't compare one team versus dynasties. I mean, I know you're not asking me that, but I know people do that. When you're talking about team versus team, year versus year,
Talking about one
yeah,
year.
1 year, this is one of the top five teams ever. This is one of the top five teams ever in 1 year. Matter of fact, a lot of people don't know this. If you go back and look at the NBA preview for this year that came on NBA TV, shout out Sam Mitchell. Sam Mitchell, because I was blowed that night, but Sam Mitchell said, "Man, Boston might challenge Golden State for 73-9." I'm like, "Damn, Sam, I know we look good on paper, but damn." Sam Mitchell straight said that because he could, he's a coach. He could foresee what's going to
Mhm.
happen as long as it's always the ifs.
I was
I
gonna
was
say
I
so.
wasn't one of these people who looked at Porzingis coming in to have to dominate. I knew the role he was going to be in. I knew it was going to just the offense was going to blossom. And it's like, damn, him bringing what he bringing. Oh, we about to be unstoppable. I already knew that because we got you when you got the best wings combined with the best defensive backcourt, and you got interchangeable slots in the middle, and already your slot in the middle is getting a dub. Who gonna beat that? That's why I ain't worried about what nobody done did in this next segment. We got talking about this NBA free agency.
I said it was a wrap once they got Drew Holiday. Once they
Pretty
got Drew
much.
Holiday, I was like,
Pretty
he's the
much.
perfect. He's just that perfect piece for any team that's looking to win a championship, man. Like
Let me.
he he can definitely score with the like he can get you 20 to 22 points a game if he need to, but he don't have to. He ain't got that ego. He's cool with locking down that on the defensive end, and when those big moments come, he's not afraid of. Once Milwaukee lost them and he made his way to Boston, I said it was a wrap. And then when I found out Porzingis was there, I'm like, yeah, they was my pick to win a championship at the beginning of the season. So
Shout out to his little brother too. He just signed with the Rockets. Aaron Holiday. A couple years ago, somebody had got a. I don't know if y'all ever seen this. It was somebody had got a steal shot. All three of them, because two of them was playing on the same team at the time. All three of them was reaching up for a ball, and somebody got a steal shot. It's just all three of them in the picture, nobody else.
mhm.
Man, that was the most gangster shit I've ever seen. If I was Papa Holiday, you wouldn't be able to tell me shit.
You can't.
Right, pretty much.
They said
But I like that move with him going there because I really do love Ime. Um, Before we won this title, I was actually thinking that Jalen was gonna get traded there for real. But Houston is one of the teams to really look for next year. I got Houston winning between 48 and 51 games, honestly, because they got a real coach and they got a lot of talent and they play hard. And a lot of that though depends on Baby Joker and how he come back from his injury. Because I don't know when he do back, but he's super nice though. I don't know if y'all know that.
Oh man, yeah, I was paying attention to the Rockets, man. When they went on, what was that, like a 9 or 10 game win streak? When they was
Right,
trying to get into the playoffs, like
right.
you said, he didn't win a championship with the Celtics, but man, they should definitely send that man the ring because he put that defensive mindset into that squad. And when everybody was trying to break them up, like Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown can't win the ring, nah.
He may
Um,
he may got to calm
Houston
down.
gonna be a problem.
He may got to calm down. He can't. You can't talk to the billionaire like that on the court. That ain't gonna fly. I couldn't believe he said that. I'm like, dude, you don't play no more. What are you
Man,
doing?
look, that's the kind of mentality I want my coach to have, man.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Because when you got, especially with some young guys, when they like when those, because the young guys got the wind, the legs to back all that talk up, and when you put that mentality in them,
Right.
they play above expectations, and that's what you need.
That's why I
they be
got.
running.
That's why I got them going for 48 to 51 this year. Especially if they make a trade and bring somebody in. I wish they would have got DeMar DeRozan, because that would have really just solidified them to me. Because he'll bring that presence in to calm them down. because Jalen Green he's still kind of wild at times, but Ime Ime is the man. Ime is the
Yeah,
man.
Mm-hmm.
I think he one of the best coaches in the league, and I don't even think it's a conversation to be had
Yeah,
about it.
by far, by far. To get into some more of these free agent signings, just let me know what y'all think about some of these. I got some of these written down. I'm gonna go from highest to lowest. We got OG Anunoby, 5 years, 212 million. Paul George, 4 years, 211 million to go to the Sixers. OG re-signed with the Knicks. Tyrese Maxey, 5 years, 203 million. Pascal Siakam, 4 years, 189 million. Quickly, Emmanuel Quickly, 5 years, 175 million. These bench players. Nick Claxton,
NBA booming.
Nick Claxton, 4 years, 100 million. I like Nick Claxton. I wish Boston would get him for real.
Yeah.
Patrick Williams, 5 years, 90 million. Isaiah Hardenstein. I don't know if y'all know this, but Isaiah Hardenstein said he black.
Yeah,
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 he tough.
He said
that's a big pickup.
he said he got 1/8 of that black blood in him. I'm a brother. 3 years,
I saw that interview.
yeah, 3 years, 87 million. Malik Monk, that's my guy too. Malik Monk will dunk on anybody. 4 years, 77 million. DeMar DeRozan still getting paid. 3 years, 76 million. Miles Bridges, I always love Miles Bridges. Shout out to you, Miles Bridges, for making through that legal stuff too. 3 years, 75 million. And my boy James Harden, 2 years, 70 million.
I feel like the biggest one to me was OKC picking up Hardenstein.
Mm-hmm.
They got that monster in the middle that they didn't have because Chet Holmgren, he too skinny, he can't bang.
Well, he's
But
not
you got Hardenstein
he's not a
that
center.
kill in the middle.
He's not a center. He's a wing player. He's always been a wing player.
And-
He got that length, but
Yeah,
like
that's
you
all
said,
he
though,
got. He ain't got that body.
when you combine him and Hardenstein together with J Dub, that I always tell people that was the only reason to me that the Rookie of the Year voting was close, because Chet was playing with an MVP. You playing with SGA, that makes the game much easier. When anyone who looked at the Spurs game last year, you could tell that the point guards were acting as if they didn't know how to feed the post. And it's like, man, just throw it up. The dude, he's 7'4". He got a long
That's why they got CP3 now.
But like you say though, when you combine Hardenstein on that front line, things are gonna be real hectic in OKC. I don't know if y'all ever been there for a game, but I have. Ain't nothing but 5.5 hour drive from St. Louis. Nice ticket price. Good place to steal a seat too.
That's who
And
I
then,
thought. Go ahead. Larry, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. You get it.
Oh, so I think when we talked about it, I said I think OKC is going to be the team that makes the biggest jump. Right? They may not have got the biggest big name signing. I think we could say that's Paul George, but Hartenstein in the paint in that center position he's the physical presence, right? And they already was a defensively OKC was crazy. Then you bring in Caruso too. Like this team's gonna be so hard to score on, and they already got, SGA, right? That whole they team fit together. They young. They're gonna be able to push the ball, run up and down the court, and they're gonna be able to lock you up on the other side. So on nights when their offense ain't flowing right, defensively, it's gonna be a problem. So I already picked it. I already got them in the Western Conference Finals.
If-
We're gonna figure out who else I'm gonna put up there with them, but they're gonna be in the Western Conference Finals next year.
Larry?
I feel that. And another good pickup.
By the way, if they
I
do
think-
make it, before you say that, if they do make it 4-2 Boston, go ahead.
Who said Boston's gonna get there? But we'll get to that anyway.
No, we going three straight, but I mean that's we don't even talk about that. We going
He
three
said
straight.
4-2
Damn.
Boston.
We bringing the 60s back up in this motherfucker.
Then another good pickup, Klay Thompson to Dallas. Only thing Dallas need him to do is basically just spot up, because he gonna get so many open 3-pointers. It's gonna be crazy.
Did you see the last time we was in Texas? Did you see what we just did? Did you see what we just did the last time we was in Texas?
Won a championship.
The same.
Okay.
Gentlemen sweep again. I don't give. Cassius Clay, Clay Thompson. I don't give a fuck who they bring in.
Hey, Clay, I'm
going
going
3 straight. It's not up for debate. We going 3 straight. Point blank.
Okay.
Another gentleman.
Yep.
Matter of fact, Clay Thompson, he'll get him. He might get them one more win. We going 4-2 then. Anybody else?
I'm saying. I said that was a
anybody
pick
else
up
from
for them because
don't even speak on the East. The East is on lock. So anybody else from
Okay,
the West?
okay.
We only
Let
gonna
me
talk
go to
about what
another
the
East
West did. Oh, say that again.
Paul George to Philly.
Paul George.
Paul George. No, I'm just saying.
Did they
I
bring
don't
in?
feel like there's a good matchup.
the
No,
only-
that's not. I don't feel like there's a good pickup.
As a Boston fan, the only guy that we fear from Philly is Andrew Toney from back in 1983. We can't stand him. The Philly? Come on, man. Anyway, we ain't tripping off them. We
by
not
no
tripping
means
off the
am I saying the
East.
Philly's gonna beat Boston. I just said I don't feel like there's a
We
good
ain't
pickup.
worried about them signing Paul George. They still got the same coach. And
Same coach,
it don't,
same hurt center.
It don't matter who they got. It don't matter who anybody in the East got. Point blank. The East on lock. Don't make sure we don't put nobody on the bench of African American descent, because right now our bench is kind of Caucasian. That's cool though. We ain't got no problem with that. We're not gonna make it racial. But if we bring somebody in like a nice vet that want to get some jewelry, like Zach LaVine or somebody, anybody hanging around want to.
He ain't finna come sit on y'all bench.
Players want to sit on the bench for jewelry, dog. Niggas get tired of losing.
When they get older.
Think about you been in the league 9
when
years,
you get
you ain't
older.
won shit but a dunk contest. Yeah, I'll come there and sit on the bench for a ring. Wouldn't you?
This thing, man. Like at this point in time, ain't no free agents really.
Yeah, we ain't got no money. We ain't got no money at all. So it don't make no difference. But we the best anyway. So
the only thing is, listen, now y'all at that point where anything less than 2 more rings is gonna be remembered as a failure.
We not worried about shit. By the way,
That's the same thing John said. John said we good in the West.
I don't know if y'all saw that shit, man. Our starting 5 is making $939 million.
That's crazy.
That's unfucking believable for a starting 5 to make that much. That's why the dude put the team up for sale. He gonna sign everybody.
Oh, he already knew.
I can't afford it. Yeah, I can't afford it.
No, but that's what you're supposed to do in business, though. You sell at the highest. Sell at the highest. You know what I'm saying? But to piggyback on some of these players that we was talking about, though, DeMar DeRozan just went to Sacramento.
I don't think that's a big factor move.
What about DeJounte going to the Pelicans?
That might do a little something because that's another.
Well, it depends on some of that's going to depend on what they do with Brandon Ingram too, though. Or was he part of that trade?
No, he's still there. And a
there?
lot got to do with Zion too.
I don't think Brandon Ingram.
Zion's straight, but now if they gonna keep them together with DeJounte Murray and CJ McCollum, that's super nasty. That's super nasty. I mean, it ain't enough to beat Boston. That's full sweet, but that's a horse of another color. But they nice.
That move definitely makes them just add to the depth that the West has. But I don't think that's gonna. I don't think they are like legit title contenders with that move. First off, like I don't believe in Zion's health. For one,
yeah, but I was talking about
the fact that he is such a his rebound numbers are so low definitely bothers me. Like you shouldn't be that big, that athletic, getting 5-6 rebounds in games. Like it's crazy. But Murray is a beast, right? They'll definitely make the playoffs next year. But as far as like making a run for the ring, nah, I don't think that does. I don't think that does that.
Denver didn't slip. Somebody got to come up.
So and this is the thing. Denver is making like the mistake of taking their best player for granted. Denver's operating like, hey, we got one, we good for the rest of the lifetime of the franchise. They just keep letting. KCP was a big factor for them. Not even just like percentage wise, but I'm talking impact. big three after big three, big play after big play. KCP was one of them guys, and they just keep letting people go. So I think I'm with you. I think Denver gonna take a step back, but the teams that is coming up, I think it's gonna be OKC's gonna come up.
They already
and
there. They was already there. They was already number one.
I'm talking about that next step though. That next step, as in,
I'm just
normally you have to take your hits before you can become that team.
So when you look at the top 6, 7 teams in the West, who would y'all say would y'all have y'all at the biggest threats right now? You gotta go.
The biggest threat to who? To the championship, to Boston, you mean?
No, just in the West. Period. Your top 4, his top 4 in the West, as of what y'all seeing right now.
OKC. They might go number 1 seed again. I think Dallas might be the 3rd or 4th seed.
That's 2.
I say Dallas might be the 4th. Denver might be the 3rd seed, maybe.
I think at the top you're gonna have the Thunder, Nuggets, Timberwolves, and the Mavs. I think those gonna be your
top 4.
I got shit. OKC. Damn, Dallas. Probably Minnesota. And I'm gonna go with New Orleans. Number 4. No, my bad. I'm sorry. Let me recant that. Since my boy is back and gonna be back healthy. Memphis, because like I was telling O last week, when Ja's healthy, Memphis is an elite team. They were good.
Yes, sir.
They were pretty good with them gone, but when he's there, they're a 50-win team.
Yeah.
Yep. Every year.
Me, I'm a believer in Zach Edey. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a believer in Zach Edey though.
Oh, that's a good big man there.
Yeah, that's a good pickup.
That's a
he take that the Adams spot.
Is he still there? Because if he could learn from Steven Adams, oh my God.
No, I think Steve Adams gone.
I don't think he got traded. Where he go?
I don't know. I
ain't heard nothing about it.
New Orleans still get Valanciunas unless he signs some work. Because I'm a Valanciunas fan too, or that Vucevic they got.
I'm with you. I love Valanciunas, man. Like
I like both of them. I know one of them been in the game for a long time. Valanciunas. Valanciunas the one that look like Travis Kelce, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his half brother.
But right now the summer league is about to start. Any
yes, sir.
excuse me. Any rookies that y'all anticipating looking at or seeing? I know they had the California Classic on last night.
I want to see that. I want to see that other rookie from LA. What's his name? Dalton.
Nick, the dude from Tennessee.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I want to see him. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to see.
I want to see his teammate. I don't want to
Ronnie.
Yeah, I want to see Mr. James Jr.
Yeah, there's 4 points.
But I'm interested in seeing naturally the Celtics summer league team, but really this summer league is going to be a little different than past because you got pretty much all of these rookies really got to play because nobody you're not going to be able to do what Wemby did last year, play 1.5 games and sit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm interested in seeing Alexander Sarr. I thought he should have been number 1 pick. I predicted it early this year, but it didn't happen. But the Hawks blew that to me. Reece Shea, he gonna end up just being serviceable at best to me.
Average at best.
He's not. I don't see Hooper when I look at him. No mannerisms. I don't see no mannerisms. None of that. And you may be able to play basketball, but you're not a hooper. It's a difference.
People don't understand that. Yeah, that's a difference. But overall, to me, I just think this whole draft, this is gonna be one of the weaker draft classes that we've seen in a long time. Like,
of course, they ain't know who the number 1 pick was gonna be.
Yeah, for the longest time, and I do think that to me the 2 most exciting draft picks, both of them is on the Lakers. Like, Bronny isn't want to be that exciting, not because of the simple fact of his play, but all the attention that he's getting, and. But I think they got the steal of the draft, man. I didn't think he was going to drop all the way down to 17. That's a good draft pick. That first, like I think he's the most NBA ready of the entire draft right now.
Connect.
He's a hooper.
Yeah,
The dude.
And he's a
the
hooper.
dude from Tennessee.
He's a hooper.
Man, stop.
I think he was the perfect. I think the Lakers. You thought he's gonna drop down to 17?
I ain't got no faith in the dude whatsoever. I mean,
None.
Who he gonna check?
No, it's like I said. I think the draft class overall is a weak draft class,
Well,
but
we can't say that.
I think he's ready to play. I think he'll be ready to play right now.
I understand what you're saying, but we can't say as far as the whole class, we can't evaluate until really 2 to 3 years out.
Right.
But as far as that particular guy, I have no faith that he's going to do anything. No.
No faith to connect. All right.
I think Zach Edey was NBA ready.
But like I was saying last week, when you take out the top 3 centers in the league, who's going to be giving Zach Edey problems? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why to these people talking about, well, he may not be, his game may not translate. The game is coming back to the middle anyway. So if you're not Embiid, Joker, or Anthony Davis, who are these centers? You know, you got Valanciunas, like we were just talking about, or Vucevic. But who are all these guys?
Steven Adams, maybe.
Giving them problems. Steven Adams, but even though Adams, but that's just it. Adams, Vucevic, Valanciunas,
just a handful.
They pretty much on their way out though. Them guys been around a long time. Ain't nobody finna be giving Zach Edey no problems. He gonna be doing what he want to do. Getting that.
How old is Hartenstein?
Hartenstein young. He's about, I would say he's about 25, 26, something like that.
I mean, with Edey, it's all about, to me, what type of system he gonna fall into.
He got a point guard. He got a real point guard to play with.
Yeah.
He got a real point guard, and he got a power forward, a real power forward to play with that go in.
I can also see him ended up just being a rebounding type guy. Like, so, I don't know. What do you think his ceiling is? Like perennial all-star?
He could be
just a starter.
I imagine him. He could be the same thing as Vucevic and Valanciunas. He can have a career that long.
So like a legitimate starter.
He can be 20 and 10. He could be 20 and 10. Easily. He could be 20 and 10. All you got to do, really, any big man, all you have to do is listen to the words of Shaquille O'Neal. If you run directly straight to the front of the rim, you should eventually you're gonna start getting the ball.
You're gonna get that ball and just dunk it.
I give you a prime example. Like look at Andre Drummond, for example.
I love Andre Drummond.
Exactly, but the league don't. You know what I'm saying? So
he's still in the league and he's still putting up them numbers.
He's still in the league, but he's not.
He found his niche. I'm gonna get on these boards. I'm gonna stay on these boards, and that's gonna keep me in the league. It's always a spot in the league for a big man that can get 9 to 10 rebounds a game.
Yeah,
as soon as Drummond stopped trying to be a rapper and all that bullshit. I don't know if y'all ever saw that video. That was horrible. But
he trying, man. They all want to be rappers.
That was almost like must be the money. but he was able to extend his career. He was almost on his way out the league. Because him and what's my boy name? Greg not Greg.
Greg Oden?
No, not Greg Oden. Oh. The other Greg. He was in Milwaukee.
Monroe?
Greg Monroe. Notice Greg Monroe gone.
Mm-hmm. He's in Big Three.
He could have still been in the league if he would have just been like, I'm gonna be on the glass, like Drummond said.
Yeah,
Drummond was in the fucking dunk contest.
He did be that type of a player.
Yeah, you got to make it up in your mind what you gonna do. Because
so let me ask y'all
career is only 3.5 to 4.5 years. So anybody make it past there, you did your thing.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. Man, me and him just talked about this the other day. If you want rebounding and the defensive prowess, why Dwight Howard not in the league still?
Oh, he
I think it's
he ain't
go ahead.
He ain't in the league because of all kind of other stuff. But
the other shit he did, okay. I was trying to make sure we was on the same page.
He should have been top 75, and he is Hall of Fame. And I wish Boston would have got him, still get him now for real.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Like I told when we had that conversation, I think what was that? The year that the Golden State Warriors got beat by the Lakers in the playoffs. I think they would have had Dwight Howard. They could have won that series because Anthony Davis was the problem, right? They had nobody with the size to deal with Anthony Davis, and he was just doing whatever he wanted to do. And if you think about the last person who consistently gave Joker problems, it was Dwight Howard, right? When the Lakers won that championship, they had Dwight Howard who played big minutes in that series, and you notice Dwight Howard didn't play in the finals though. But Dwight Howard is like, I ain't gonna say he's the Joker stopper, but he's athletic and he's just as strong, if not stronger. So like he would be a problem, but Dwight Howard got too many, playing with people, booty hole violations and stuff like that to be in the league right now. It's too much stuff around him. Like, don't he got what is that? What's it, a rape or a sexual assault thing that they got?
All of.
Yeah, the dude said he held him hostage. Then he ended up dropping the charges. It was just a bunch of bullshit. But
yeah, at this point in time, you not as an organization, you're not dealing with that for a role player.
Right.
Like he just
like you were saying though. Now he's a real defensive player versus this fraud Rudy Gobert. Because that's
oh my God, let's not even get on that.
But
I don't know how this man keep winning Defensive Player of the Year.
That's because it's a popularity vote. I mean, you're a LeBron
fan.
And you remember LeBron,
and all Wemby stats was better than his.
You remember when LeBron got cheated in 2012?
It is what it is. Politics.
Analytics. It's analytics.
Politics.
No, it's politics. It's who the media.
Politics.
It's who the media wants. Like the media keep painting that narrative about Luka. They paint that narrative about Rudy Gobert. Don't nobody in the league feel like he top defensive. I mean, put it like this: we all watched the season. Did Rudy Gobert have a better defensive year than Derek White? Fuck no.
No.
Hell no.
But the thing is, like you said, the media. The thing is this, right? Media, they act like they watch all these games, but you don't have the time to. So what they do, they just look at a lot of box scores, and Derek White pressure you up the court. You not getting across the line and getting set up into your offense into 12 seconds, leading to missed shots. They don't show up on the stat sheet. So a player like Derek White ain't going to get the appreciation because even though he comes up with big blocks and big steals, his thing is that pressure that causes missed shots. And you don't get the credit for the missed shot because, you may not have been the person directly guarding that person, but your pressure made it to where it's only 2 or 3 seconds left on the clock. They missed a shot. Nobody pays attention to defense like that. So they look at the numbers. Oh, how many block numbers you got? How many steal numbers you got?
And that's just it. His blocks and steals. His blocks and steals numbers plus eye test. Of course he had a better year, but I'm like Larry said, defensive player of the year should have been Wemby. I mean, when it's the stats backed it up. When he was on the court, they was like one of the best defenses in the league. Take him off the court, they the actual worst defense. He led the league in blocks.
Yeah,
double-digit
he gonna win the next couple of years in a row though.
And I'm gonna already be a fan. It's on tape.
I think everybody's a fan of Wemby, ain't they?
No, you still.
I mean, how can you?
Probably still.
How can you hate him?
You still got some doubters that they think he's gonna get hurt and shit like that, and that's why.
I mean, that's a legit fear. Like that's a fear I have because what I always say is if I look at a player and their body don't make sense for the things they can do, it's an injury risk. Like when Zion came up, like I was one of the people, and I got clowned for it. Like, man, I would take Ja over Zion because of the fact that I don't think Zion's gonna be able to stay healthy. Like you're not supposed to be 300 plus pounds with a 40 plus inch vertical. Your body not designed for that. So I understand the fear for Wemby, but he doesn't give you anything not to like about him. He like his personality is cool. His love for the defensive side of the ball. Like, why wouldn't you want to be a fan of Wemby? What is there not to like?
It's still people who don't like Kobe. Put it like that. It's still people who don't like LeBron.
I can understand why people wouldn't like Kobe though.
And I would say
his mentality rubbed a lot of people like.
But that,
You know what I'm saying? Like if you listen to his teammates, a lot of them
but they don't
was
have
uncomfortable all the time.
that don't have nothing to do with his game though. Just like
Nope.
Oh, you talking about game
I'm
wise?
just
I
saying,
thought
yeah,
you.
I'm just
Okay,
saying,
I get what you're
period.
saying.
When they talk about when they try to evaluate his game, it's people who still don't understand how great Kobe was. It's people who still don't understand how great LeBron is. But
Yeah.
as far as Wemby, I mean, me personally, I can pat myself on the back because I already seen it coming. But to see early highlight, if you look at early highlights just from last year, and not I ain't talking about middle of the season. I'm talking about early highlights. The man had highlights reminiscent of Wilt Chamberlain. Some of the shit he was doing. So when you think about Wilt Chamberlain with handle and a J, come on, man, this dude finna run the league easy.
That CP3 pickup was a great pickup for him.
I love that pickup.
Right. Yeah. Wish he that might extend CP3 career a few more years.
Yeah.
Throw it up the window.
They may have to get a different coach because Pop is kind of old, and I don't know about that right now. He might have to move on because he really
Duncan might fill that role. He said he might want to be a coach.
he better hurry up because this is the time to get in.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
the time to
that's
get
what
in.
you want to do as a coach. You want to attach yourself to a player like that.
Like they did with him. Yeah, attach yourself while y'all ain't shit. That's why I attach myself when they ain't shit.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you watch? I'm pretty sure you watch like the sports talk shows and stuff like that, right?
Watch some.
All right. So you got some people in the media saying if Wemby has a career like Hakeem Olajuwon, it's a failure.
They don't know what they're talking about. He's a two-time champion. Two-time champion, one of the greatest players ever. How would his career be a failure?
I think because they're attaching that. A lot of people think that Wemby has GOAT potential in him. So they saying that if he doesn't end up in a top 3, top 4 all time, he's a failure. I don't believe that, but I think Chris Broussard was the one pushing that out there.
Chris Broussard still thinks Luka better than Jason Tatum too. He said
You take that to the heart, don't you?
Because he said clearly better than Jason Tatum. And I'm like,
and you got to realize these big men go work out with Hakeem in the summertime.
Yeah,
that's who they get their skills from.
All of them don't, and they don't
they
work out.
to.
They don't work out enough. It's a difference between working out all summer and working out for a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they go down there with Hakeem for a week, but they looking for Hakeem to go, deposit when they look on their little skills.
We was talking about that on this show before. You can't work out with somebody for a week before the season.
Yeah,
you got to work out all summer to get that shit down, and then you can see the results when the season hit. That's why, like you say, all these people that went out and work with him, but who didn't turn into an all-star?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. Now you had all-stars who's already there, and already all-stars that didn't work with him. But we want to know. Let's find out about the people who weren't all-stars. Did they go and pay this money and become better? Because I mean, we don't hear Clint Capella saying, "Yeah, I went to work with Arcane." That nigga was playing in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, damn, what is going on? That's when you realize some guys want to get better. Some guys just want to be in the league because they giving this money away. That's why it's such a rush to get to the league. Actually,
they giving it away.
I found out the other day, Bronny just took a pay cut. He said he made more in NIL than he is on this contract.
Oh, and the NIL deals is crazy. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, his contract money means nothing. No way. He's already heir to the throne. So,
yeah.
who cares what he making a contract? Your daddy a billionaire. That's why I don't really have any problem with the nepotism aspect of him getting drafted and getting, because he got a 4-year contract, which is unheard of for real for a second round draft pick.
Yep.
But
and it's guaranteed too.
It's things where we're not used to seeing this. This goes on all the time in Fortune 500 companies where somebody can pay the way. And yeah, my son finna get this job. Yeah, if LeBron can do that or anybody in the league can do that, all power to him.
You didn't have a problem with the nepotism, man. I had a problem with the same thing I always have coming out the LeBron James camp is the lies and the narratives, like trying to spin the narratives. Like, don't come on social media saying that your son is better than players in the league. Don't try to tell us that him coming to the Lakers is not a priority, but yet the agent is behind the scenes telling people if you draft him, he's going to go to Australia. Like, don't try to tell me something that I can clearly see. Everybody knew this man was going to get drafted by the Lakers. Then just say, what's wrong with just saying, hey, look, this is our goal. Our goal is for me to play with my son, and we're going to do everything that we can to make sure it happens. Just say that. Don't try to make it.
He had already said that 4 years ago.
Right, exactly.
That, yeah.
He said it 4 years ago, but since then, they've been walking it back, making it seem like that's not what the case is. Like, they've been trying to spin that narrative, and then they also try to spin the narrative like, we're not – what we want to do is make sure that he get the best position possible. It's not about being with the Lakers. Yes, it was. It was about being with the Lakers the whole time. Just say that, right? Don't come out saying all this other stuff.
Hold up. So if they would have said that, how would it made it things different?
I would have been cool with it. I think it was just a pointless lie.
But what I'm saying is, it still would have been backlash. No matter what they do, it's going to be backlash. It's always going to be. No one's going to think he's good enough.
Yep.
No one. He's never going to be good enough in the public eyes.
You know about Bronny?
Yeah. No matter what he do, even he could become a 5-time All-Star. It would not make a difference. His daddy was a 20-time All-Star. That's what they're gonna say. Never anything he does, he already know it ain't gonna be good enough in the public eye. He been dealing with this shit since he was 7. So he already know, man. Just play my game. Hey, they gave me this spot. Now it's on me to be here for these 4 years if I can, and try to stick around for however long I can. No big deal. No big deal.
I'm just saying, why try to spin this narrative that it's not what it is?
Because
we know you get we know why you're getting the job because your dad's on the Lakers. Like, we know that. Just like, I don't know. To me, I just hate when people, these teams try to get out here. And it's one thing to try to spin a narrative where it's like, it could be this, it could be that. But come on, bro. Everybody knew exactly what it was. Bronny, his USC numbers weren't that good. He went, like, all of a sudden, his draft numbers, he shot up to the 54th overall ranked rookie when the Lakers have the 55th pick. Like, we saw all this stuff. So why tell us it ain't? Just say,
he ain't the first place.
Yes, I'm LeBron James. We're Clutch Sports. We're the most powerful entity. I want my son on the Lakers. It is what it is. Or just don't say nothing.
Bronny getting drafted. I understand what you're saying. Bronny getting drafted is the same as a player from Europe that don't nobody know nothing about, who ain't putting no numbers up, getting drafted. It's the same thing. Don't nobody know who this dude is from Europe. We ain't seen him play. He ain't got no numbers. But
the only difference I would say between those two things is what they do is they send their scouts. So it may be players that we don't know. Correct. But these scouts are paid pretty good to go over to Europe to try to find players that they can.
Scouts fuck up all the time. Scouts fuck up all the time.
They do. 100%, especially in the second.
We were supposed to have drafted the French Draymond, Gershon Yabusele. When we got them 3 picks from Brooklyn, we wasted them picks.
I'm with you.
We drafted a guy that nobody know nothing about. Get here, boom.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm with you. Scouts are wrong, and taking an opportunity on somebody with a 55th pick is not that big of a deal. It's the 55th pick. Like, we can't name another number, pick 55 in the NBA. So again, I have no problem with them taking the risk on, like, taking that shot, and nepotism helping them. I'm just saying, when you get out there and then one tweet you saying that he's better than these guys that are already in the league. Remember what happened when LeVar Ball did that, right? Said my son's better than Steph Curry and all that. Everybody killed him, but he stood on it. He stood on it. To this day, he's still standing on it.
That's what he's supposed to do.
He's supposed to. He was doing a salesman's job because they damn near about to be teammates. Matter of fact, Lonzo back now too. I can't wait. He is back and healthy. I love Lonzo Ball.
I wonder where he's finna go.
I'm glad you brought that up too, because I love LeVar Ball. because there's nothing in the world like a father who support his kids and push his kids up. They don't, people may not have liked his methods of doing it,
Mm-hmm.
but they never do like the black father's methods. They didn't like Richard Williams' methods. Whenever we are
Facts.
boastful about our kids, oh, we need to tone it down or come a different way. No, come like that. I want. As a former coach, yeah, I want that support from a parent. And if you as a player, when your parent is supporting you like that, oh man, you feel like you can do anything. That's why the nigga was stealing them damn glasses over in China. but but seriously though, I'm glad you did bring that up because, like I said, I do revere LeVar Ball because even though his all of his plans didn't work out, the NBA stole his idea with the G League Ignite or the Overtime Elite. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they knew he had great ideas. They just didn't like it was coming from him, and they didn't like his delivery. Yeah, you're gonna talk about the franchise and everything. Yeah, you can't be saying this. You know, you're better than Steph and blah 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 and all this. But we do like your ideas though.
Mm-hmm.
we gonna take all that stuff and push you to the side.
Hey, look, I love him. I had no problems with anything he was doing. Like,
He
and
did everything he's supposed to do.
he got all three of his sons in the NBA,
Right. Like he said he was gonna do.
like he said he was gonna do.
And
So
that's
you
the
can
part.
like him or not like him, but
Right. That's the part people need to be talking about. Forget the fact that the clothing line and the shoe line, whatever, didn't fall through all the way. He said he was gonna do it. He did the shoes. He
mm-hmm.
said his sons was gonna be in the league, and they made it. Even though the other one, the third one, he barely did make it, but he eventually he made it. They let him go, but that's what
He made it.
you know what I'm
Bro, you
saying?
know how good you have to like. That's the thing I be trying to explain to people. Like,
Speak.
do you know how good you have to be to make it on the bench for D1? Right.
Thank you.
Think about how good you have to be to make it in the NBA at all.
Right.
Like, and he was the head of that snake that got all three of them dudes in there. So whatever. I got two sons. We got two sons in there that's playing right now that are some of the better young players in the league. I mean, one son can't stay healthy right now, and I got another one who made it.
Shit, most of them can't stay healthy.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
that's fact.
Lonzo or Melo
no,
can't stay healthy.
Lonzo actually, I saw this interview where he was saying he literally didn't have any cartilage at all, and then they tried like a newer procedure that backfired. That's why he ended up basically having to sit those 2 years. But now though, they say the bounce is back. He running, ain't no problems. And because think about it, man, when he was on the court, you throw him with Zion. That was the original thing it was supposed to be him, Zion, and Bi.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Lonzo on he's gonna dish the ball. That's the
And he
business.
got that 3 point. He fixed that 3 pointer.
Right, right, right. So it's gonna be an exciting year. I'm interested to see these Olympic games as well. Because it's gonna be some nice basketball being played. I'm really interested to see this French team and Team Canada for real. Because Team Canada, they got some guys and they ain't scared. They really
Yeah,
not.
I don't think it's gonna be a walk. Like a lot of people just think that we just gonna show up with the jerseys on and win gold. Like I think I mean, I expect us to win, but I don't think it's gonna be as easy as people think. Because like you said, Canada and France, those two teams.
Hmm.
Like Canada, if you look how they built like an actual team, right? Where they got superstars
Right,
plus role players.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So who for the US is gonna be
And
the
Canada,
role players and
Canada has
things like that.
Canada has beat the U.S. in
What's
international.
up?
Canada has beat us in competition before. The
When
last
that
last major competition, I think.
yeah, in FIBA.
Well, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, that was FIBA. I mean, don't get me wrong, like the FIBA team was different than
right.
this
Yeah,
team, right? They pretty much sent all the old superstars from the NBA, American superstars over there. But the US should definitely bring home gold, but
it's gonna be really really interesting. Speaking of that, if y'all haven't seen on Netflix, it's a special series out called Sprint. It's about the Diamond League. It's real nice. Y'all should peep that. Give me
Sprint.
Sprint. Yeah, it's about the Diamond League. It's matter of fact, it's about last year.
Okay.
If anybody out there is unfamiliar with the Diamond Leagues, that's track and field, and that's where the professionals get paid at in the summertime. In non-Olympic years, the World Championships is the main thing. But this series though is really hot. If you're a
Yeah,
track and field fan, if you're a track and
that's what I
field
tuned to the
fan,
Olympics for.
peep that. I mean, you don't even have to be a track and field fan. It is that nice. But we're gonna get ready to wrap this show up because we didn't went a little longer today. You guys want to let people know where they can find y'all at today?
You find us at Club 314 STL on Instagram, Club 314 STL on YouTube, Club 314 STL on Facebook too, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the thing that we try to do is when we make content, if you comment on it, you got an idea, instead of just, just talking to you in the messages, we also send you that link so you can get on with us and talk with us. So we've had about 4 people on the show that we don't even know. One was from like New York, you know what I'm saying? So we like to be more interactive. That's our key thing, interaction.
Oh, okay. Matter of fact, yeah, before we go, Larry, what you doing out in San Diego?
No,
No,
Oh, you in San Diego?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll be high.
Oh, you good?
So tell us
Navy
about
man.
tell us about that dynamic of you being in St. Louis and him being in San Diego.
So I'm in the military, so that's why I'm out here in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
And so we do everything like this, right? We have to do link on everything. So I mean, it works for us. We use an app called Riverside on there, so it definitely works. All we gotta do is just send somebody the link, and they can hop on. But the hardest thing is just the time difference, because it's a 2-hour time difference where y'all from in St. Louis than it is here. So that's the only issue.
You been to Tijuana?
Nah, I stay away from Tijuana.
Man, what's the deal? That's the same thing O said. Damn. What
Nah,
y'all got
man.
against Tijuana?
Everything happens in Tijuana. So this is the thing, right?
He said,
I would
hold
not
on,
go
before you go further. He said, because he's former military. He said they told him, don't y'all even go over that way. So he never even went close to the border at all. And I'm like, dude, all the times I done seen how crowded the border was, I want to go just to experience that shit. So now this is the second military person. What is it that y'all got against the fucking border?
All right, so it's not that I have anything against the border. What it is the amount of crime that's happening right there in Tijuana is so what the military do, they do like threat
levels.
Yeah, threat levels, right? And Tijuana has a lot of illegal things going on, prostitution, drugs, and all that type of stuff that people love to get into. So what the reason why I stay over there is because I don't want to get over there and something happen that don't even necessarily involve me, but now I can't get back. And it's one thing, I don't like going into people's hoods if I ain't got nobody with me to go over there. So I definitely ain't finna go into nobody's country and you know what I'm saying, that's popping off like that. Like, they got cartels and all that type of stuff in there. Nah, bro. I'm good. If I ain't got nobody Mexican with me, I ain't got no business in Tijuana, man. Like, I'm good.
You North St. Louis all the way out there.
Man, look, you feel me? So I know better. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
I grew up on Ashland, man.
No
like, you know what I'm saying? Ashland and Vanderbilt. I'm good. I'm good.
Damn, not no one beer, no drink, no nobody slide the drink down the bar, nothing.
Nope, I don't. Nah, I'm good, man. Like,
none of that shit.
Bring me a souvenir. Like, bring me something back when you come back.
Burrito, no taco, none of that.
Nah, I'm going to Mexico. I go to Cancun or go to Cabo. I'm good on Tijuana. Nah, I'm straight.
Right there. I said, no, well, I understand now. So I guess I need to cross that off my bucket list then.
And plus the stories that you hear when people get caught over there.
Damn. Nah. I thought I was gonna be just crossing over the soil and having a good time.
Nah, I mean you can have a good time.
I wasn't gonna do much. I was gonna just, be like, hey, I came over and I'm going back. I wasn't gonna,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I know people who have went and made it back, and they've been over there a few times, and they got some good stories. You know what I'm saying? The things they done that I ain't gonna talk about here because I ain't trying to get nobody hemmed up, but. Anything you want, I'll say this. Anything that you want in Tijuana, you can get in Tijuana.
Okay. I wasn't thinking about that like that, but
whatever it is you want, you can get. That's why I stay away from there. I don't want to be caught with nobody wanting nothing.
Um, from a traveler's perspective, how blue is the water in San Diego for the people here in St. Louis who are used to this brown, muddy ass river?
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Everything about San Diego is great. The water is perfect. The beaches are perfect. The weather, like right now, like I know in St. Louis, it was probably hot right there, right?
Correct. You know that.
Yeah. Over here, nah, you can still put a hoodie on if you want to. Like it always get cool at night. So you ain't never got to worry about, and it's dry heat. So you don't get all that. You don't go outside, you come back, you all sticky, and ain't no mosquitoes out here where I'm at. So you ain't got to worry about none of them.
Okay.
Like
You on the base?
if it wasn't for the expensiveness, like the prices, I would live here. But
You,
I got to go. It costs too
you
much.
on the base or off base?
I live off base. I got my own spot.
Okay.
Oh, and just let you know, so I have a 2-bedroom apartment, right? It's not big at all.
Listen up.
Cost me
Listen up. St. Louis.
$3,000 a month.
How much again?
$3,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment, not a house, apartment.
Well, San Diego would just be for visiting purposes. They would not be moving there.
That's it.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
Shout out to Older Great. I know you're experiencing that right now. So
Man,
all that nice
it's
shit you're
crazy.
seeing, remember, $3,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment. So bring your ass back to St. Louis.
Yes, sir.
No, I still would want to go there and visit though.
It's good to visit. It's
How
definitely
long
good to
have you
visit.
been there?
What's up?
How long have you been there?
So I spent the total. So this time in San Diego's been about a year and 3 months, and I was out here previously in San Diego before. So this is my second run out here.
Okay. Well, what would you say would be some of the places that the military has taken you? What would be some of the better places top 3 places you've lived outside of St. Louis, San Diego?
Well, I've only lived. I lived in San Diego. I lived in Groton, Connecticut, and I lived in Japan. So as far as living, San Diego and Japan, right? As far as visiting wise, like just going to visit, Dubai, Australia, and Spain. Those are like my 3 favorite port visits.
That's nice. That's nice. Where'd you go in Spain?
What was the name of it? Rota, Spain.
Oh, okay. Can you
It's lovely.
lovely.
It's beautiful out there. The women is beautiful out there. Everybody was nice and cool. You could talk to people. I wasn't worried about safety at all. Yeah, Spain is where it's at, man. Like if I go overseas again to be stationed, the only place overseas I would go to live would be Spain.
Larry, you been anywhere out the country or any travel spots you want to recommend or that you've been to?
No, I don't go out the country, but man, me and my wife, we love Florida. We stay in Florida.
Oh, okay. Where you been in Florida?
So I've been Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay. See, I ain't been south. I've been further south. I've been is Orlando, Tampa, and Jacksonville, Daytona Beach.
Tampa, Daytona Beach. Yeah, that's how I'm about to go. Just chill out and kick it.
I've been trying to get him out the country my whole life, man. He just will not go.
Why you
I'm not out the country guy.
You got out the country guy. Florida is damn near out the country.
You know what I'm saying?
Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay. But you got some stories from Puerto Rico?
No, I'll be with my wife. I'll be kicking with my beauty, man. I don't be. You just be having fun.
You can have a story
man.
with your wife, and then ain't nobody saying no shit like that. I mean,
You
know,
just
but no,
said
man, I mean,
stories.
you was getting your Teddy P. You was
no,
getting your Teddy P.
just
on
like
with your wife.
the atmosphere down there. I mean, they real. They speak to you. I mean, I didn't see no crime. They nice. They street food is ridiculously good. Those street tacos in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Go to Jamaica.
How long you been married?
This is my 3rd year.
Congratulations.
This will be my 3rd year.
Congrats.
And I've been with her for like 14.
I understand. That's great. That's black.
I'm gonna get you to go to Jamaica.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
I am. I'm going next year for my wedding anniversary. Right.
Oh, straight up. You know where you going? Negril, Montego Bay.
I think it's all inclusive in Montego Bay.
That's the spot.
You go to Sandals, not the.
I know what that is too. I know exactly what Sandals is.
Yeah, I recommend that.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have a great time. Yeah, I'm a former travel agent. I love travel. That's why I was asking all y'all
Yep.
those questions. Tell us something interesting about Japan that we wouldn't know.
Okay. Um. So first off, culture wise, right? The most polite people I've ever come across in my life, right? Like the train system, everybody quiet, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like it's considered to be rude to be loud and obnoxious and like doing all that crazy stuff on trains.
Y'all hear that, St. Louis?
What's up?
Y'all hear that, St. Louis Metrolink riders?
Yeah, y'all. It's nothing like that. Y'all need to.
I wouldn't even ride that shit no
I don't
more.
ride the Metrolink no more. But so I give a couple stories. My first time out there, I had a bag, right? I had some. I just bought some brand new Jordans, some nines. I had some Beats by Dre headphones, and I didn't really know the currency, so I had like a wallet full of money in there, right? So I dropped the bag. Didn't remember where I had it, right? So I tracked my steps, trying to find it, couldn't find it. So I go to this police station, right? As I'm going to a police station, this homeless man is bringing the stuff in there, right? So when I get the stuff, they look at the ID, confirm that it's me. I try to take some money out to give it. And remember, this is a homeless man. He refused the money, and he said he shouldn't be paid on doing what he's supposed to do,
Oh,
right? This is a homeless person,
that's
right?
beautiful.
If I'd have left that in St. Louis, you already know all that's gone. Like all that's
wearing
gone.
your shit.
Your wallet would have still been on the ground, but it would have been shit up in there.
Everything else would have been gone.
The homeless
And
person with some new Jordans though.
yeah, walking right past me with my stuff on.
Right.
And I've never went to a club and party with people the way the Japanese party. It's different, right? Like you go in there, and I'm saying we probably left at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and people still coming into the club.
Damn.
People so drunk they like people are passed out on the sidewalk, right? So as I'm walking past people, there are people who pick these. They're picking people up, putting them on like the little bench for bus stops, and people are bringing them blankets and pillows while they passed out.
Damn, that's a spot to be
Right.
homeless.
But like anything you want to do in Japan, you can do. Like it's like I said, complete safety. Like people don't lock their doors, people don't lock their car doors. You ain't worried about nothing happening. Like I said, if you one of the club people, you want to club out, look, they do not stop until the last person leaves.
warm sake or cold sake?
What's up?
Hot sake or cold sake?
Out there, I would say hot.
That's what you prefer out there, hot. What about
Yeah.
you here though?
I would say cold here.
What's the difference?
So out like when you in Japan, like when you go to like those little spots where they cooking and stuff like that, everything tastes different than it does in the States. Right? Like everything. The food that we consider Japanese food, when you in Japan, it don't taste nothing like that. Right? It's completely different. They got these drinks called chuhas in there. I don't know, you ever seen habasaki? You ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
So habasaki is this alcohol, right? You can get, and they got like a venomous snake inside, right? So they let that venom get into the alcohol.
Damn.
And people take shots of it, and what they say is it like stops your kidney from being able to filter out liquor properly, so that way you get more drunk.
So you got like snake superpowers? Like you could do the snake real good?
I could do a lot of you know what I'm saying? No, I stayed away from that. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't never drink it. Like I was scared. I stuck with the chuhas, but
See that St.
No,
Louis,
like-
that St. Louis came out like I ain't drinking no motherfucking snake, man.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. Y'all must be out your mind. But
I would
yeah, and then look,
I would have tasted
I'm
it.
gonna tell you,
I would have tasted that.
if you're a black man in Japan,
Uh-oh.
they love you because they it's completely different. Don't be tall. Like if you like 6 foot, it's a wrap. And they don't have any understanding of personal space. So if you tall or you're a bigger guy, they are going to come up and touch you. So just
All right.
because they're not used to seeing that, and you get a lot of love out there, man. They are big into the hip hop culture. They just behind, so like you will still see FUBU jerseys out there. You will still see like the Bills with the one strap, and you know what I'm saying,
Oh,
like
so they take it over for the 99 and the 2000
they
right
still
now.
$2,000.
taking it for the 99 and 2000 for real. But yeah, man,
Okay.
like you get all love out there. Like
That's good
you ain't got
though.
nothing to worry about. Now the older people, they don't rock with you as much because they remember. So a lot of them was alive when them bombs dropped. So they or they family members were. So the older generation don't necessarily care for you as much. But like the people in their 30s and 40s and younger,
That's
you
good.
you definitely get love in Japan, and the food good. So it's a good place to visit. I was out there for like 5 years.
Okay, okay. Did you learn any other language?
Nah, I'm one of them. I'm embarrassed too. Like, but I was like, I was on the ship so much it made it hard to. But
Right, right. That's cool.
they speak enough English though. They definitely do.
Um, any basketball you seen being played or play any over there with anybody?
Yeah, they play basketball there. They not. Look at this. Like most Japanese people are small, right? They're pretty small. So
So
you don't
you
get
was getting
like
your shack on.
easy. And I'm not. I'm like 5'8". So like I'm not tall. You know what I'm saying? But over there,
Damn.
the paint is on lock. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't like I said, if you 6 foot, you 6'1", you go in Japan, you are a thing. Like people are gonna look at you. Like you get stared at.
Oh, straight up, I got my passport ready too. Oh yeah, it's
Look,
on.
let
I'm
me
finna
tell
get
you,
to me some
man.
real.
Go to Japan. Um, go to. I mean, obviously you probably gonna end up trying to go to Tokyo, stuff like that. Go out there. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Nothing's gonna happen to you. Even like the biggest gang out there is like the Yakuza, right? They like mafia people. Even they polite. Now
Damn.
don't play with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they polite. If they have a lot of members only, that means Japanese only. You try to go to their organizations, they'll tell you, nah, you don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? And then just don't fight with them and leave. You need directions somewhere, they'll give you directions. They'll help you. They'll tell you, oh, hop on the train, go here. They'll do all that for you. Just don't mess with them. Don't cross them. They're not gonna bother you. Like I ain't never came across a polite gang before. Like you know what I'm
Oh.
saying? So you will love it, man. Definitely go.
Now, Larry, are you thinking about going out to San Diego and doing the show live or what?
See, I don't have to because he's there every 2 months. So I don't even have to. Because
Yeah,
he,
I'll
he
be
got
there
daughter that
soon.
live. He got daughter that live here.
Matter of fact, when I come there, we'll try to get in the studio with you if you cool with that.
Oh, it's all love. It's all love. It's all
All
love.
right.
It'll
So
be
it'll
all
probably be
love.
like a couple months. You know what I'm saying? I'll come out there and then we'll slide in studio with you.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be super great. Super great.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want to come in the studio because I said I'd rather me and him go do it together. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I understand. I understand completely. I understand completely. And then, man, this was a whole lot of fun, y'all. This was a whole lot of fun. This was
Yes, sir.
more than I imagined, honestly. Seriously, man, y'all two intelligent brothers. Well, love speaking with. And it was better than I imagined. Straight up.
Let's go. That's what I'm
Straight up.
talking about.
Straight up. Well, appreciate y'all coming on.
And we appreciate you, family.
But be on the lookout for us. RedBlackandVegan.com. The Road Tripping Vegans on Instagram and YouTube. And we soon gonna be having a new show coming out. And y'all gonna be seeing that real soon.
Yes, sir. Plug in.
But we gonna get ready to get out of here for real this time. And we wanna once again thank y'all so much for showing up today.
It's all good.
Yes, sir.
So that's it for today. Y'all keep smoking, keep hooping. Y'all know we out high off the glass. And that's it for today. We out.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, fam.